A Boy Achieves a Dream. A novel for English language students. Mouth. This is a short tale about a poor, small boy called Mouse. Mouse is badly teased at school, and now he's furious. Mouse wants to become a big man too. Absorbed in nothing but his dream, the boy takes on one adventure after another. In the end, Mouse really becomes a big mouse. Now we begin at the start of Mouse's adventurous and eventually rich and happy life.
Chapter 73, Prologue. Planet Earth. It is a vast planet, sprawling sea, towering mountains, endless sky, long rivers, fertile land. It is a world of beauty, green trees, glittering stars, beautiful fish, dear animals, and us, human beings, babies, children, young people, adults, old people, lives of great importance, nature of great importance, planet of great importance. Planet Earth is indispensable for all forms of life. However, it is a tiny planet in the universe. The universe. It is an enormous space in which planet Earth exists. Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, stars that we know, numerous stars that we have never heard of. The universe is so vast that it is beyond our imagination and so mysterious that we have only the slightest knowledge of it. Do fish that we have never seen exist on other planets? Do animals that we have never seen inhabit other planets? Do plants that we have never seen grow on other planets? Do people that we have never seen live on other planets? What if they do? Love, hatred, joy, sorrow, hope, despair, war, peace. It is not only for us on planet Earth. At this very moment, somewhere in the universe, some people are fighting for love, hope, and peace, in a battle which gives them hatred and despair in return. Does it have nothing to do with us? Does it have nothing to do with our planet? It has nothing to do with me. If you think so, this story must be devoted to you. Why don't you look at the sky and the shining stars? Today, you will learn about the future that our hero, Mouse, has chosen. The story begins far away from our planet, on the other side of the universe, on a tiny planet called Zipangu. Chapter 74 Prince of Jipang. Now we are in Jipang. It used to be a very beautiful planet, just like planet Earth. Beautiful nature, peaceful lifestyle. However, it is all over now. Planet Jipang has changed. It was an unexpected attack. All of a sudden, the UFO appeared.
We hereby declare the people of planet Japan that we, planet Narch, are taking over your planet. Anyone who dares to resist will be the first victim.
People were stunned, and they learned to fight in order to protect their families and their planet. The earth was devastated. The cities were destroyed. And yet, people sought shelter underground and kept up resistance. The enemy was formidable. The people talked over and over again about what to do. Some people suggested that they should surrender. Some people insisted that they should keep fighting. Women and children kept crying.
みんな、よく聞いてくれ。
A man stood up. It was the young prince of planet Jipang, Prince Haryude.
確かにみんなの言う通りだ。我々はおそらく負けるであろう。
The prince said. Although they did not have any weapon that they could use against their enemy's massive military power, they had to find a way to survive for their children.
みんな、私に一つの考えがある。
Everyone stared at him. The prince told them that they had no choice but to find some other planet to live on, and that the planet had to have beautiful nature, fertile land, and friendly people.
その星は、
The prince looked at the people. Everybody became silent.
その星は地球という星だ。地球？それはどこにあるんだ？聞いたこともないな。俺たちなんて助かるのかな？どこなんですか？
People muttered with anxiety.
諸君、聞いてくれ。
The prince said,
私は今日、その地球に向かって出発しようと思う。私は地球の人々に説明する。どうか我々を助けてくれと。どうか我々を受け入れてくれと。私は必ず良い返事をもらってくる。みんな、私が帰ってくるまでどうにか戦い続けてくれ。このジパング星を守ってくれ。
The people's hopes rose. Everybody believed in him. The prince was encouraged. Later on, the prince and his soldiers boarded the spaceships.
ハリュード王子、
One soldier asked,
質問してもよろしいでしょうか。なんだ、本当にその地球という星は友好的なのですか？
The prince closed his eyes slowly.
それは私にも分かる。出発します。
The fleet of spaceships departed for planet Earth. Chapter 75, Wedding Dress. Meanwhile, on planet Earth, heartwarming news was being broadcasted all over the world. Today, the famous Mr. Mouse is getting married. His future wife is a stewardess who had known him since childhood. Fate has brought them together on an airplane. Congratulations, Mr. Mouse. Newspapermen and TV crews from all over the world flocked to the ceremony. A reputable American TV station telecast the wedding ceremony live.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, all over the world. I am standing in front of a famous church in Japan. Today, in this church, a wedding ceremony is going to be held. I can see the crowds of people who came here to celebrate.
The reporter spoke excitedly.
As you already know, the bridegroom is Mr. Mouse. He is a superhero who painted Tokyo Tower in Japan blue, became the president of the paint company when he was young, fought against a mafia group in the U.S., and eventually founded the state of Strawberry.
Several pictures were shown on TV. Mouse's face, blue Tokyo Tower, Mouse's company building, Mouseland in the state of Strawberry.
This program is connected to the state of Strawberry by satellite, and we have Mickey from Mouseland as our guest. Mickey.
Yes?
Mickey appeared on TV.
Your best friend, Mr. Mouse, is getting married today. How do you feel about it?
I'm very, very pleased.
You must be. Then, do you have a message for him?
Congratulations, Mouse. I am very happy for you. During your honeymoon, please come to Mouseland. My dad, Mom, and I will be looking forward to seeing you.
You're a big boy now, Mickey.
Mouse was watching the TV in a dressing room in the church.
We received a message from the British monarch.
The TV showed the royal palace in England.
Mouse, congratulations on your marriage. My daughter is very pleased. I wish you a happy marriage with your wife Kyoko and your success as ever.
Mouse was nearly in tears.
And just now, we received a telegram from the President of the United States. Let me read it. My dear friend, Mouse, who has given courage and hope to the people of the United States, congratulations on your marriage. The United States of America would like to give you and Kyoko sincere best wishes and welcome you as an honorary citizen on this memorable day.
Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Mouse could not hold back his tears.
You are a fortunate man.
Suddenly, Mouse heard Kyoko's voice. He turned his head.
Kyoko.
Kyoko was standing with the wedding dress on.
How do I look?
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Kyoko shed tears of happiness.
Everything is ready. Please come to the chapel.
An attendant came to usher in the couple.
Now, let's go.
Yes.
They headed for the aisle. Chapter 76, Unidentified Flying Object. The wedding march was heard. People shouted for joy. The couple came into the chapel. Mickey was watching the TV. The British monarch was also watching. People from all over the world were watching the ceremony. Mouse and Kyoko stood in front of the priest.
Mouse, do you swear by the name of God that you will love Kyoko forever through happiness and hardship?
Yes, I do.
Mouse looked at Kyoko's face.
Kyoko, do you swear by the name of God that you will love Mouse and be with him forever through happiness and hardship?
Yes, I do.
Mouse looked at Kyoko. The couple swore eternal love.
Now, please exchange the rings.
Mouse took a ring out of his pocket. The priest was a little surprised.
Mr. Mouse,
The priest whispered.
are you sure the ring is the right one? Yes, I am.
Mouse put the ring on Kyoko's finger. The ring was not very expensive. However, it had the wounded silver dolphin on it. Kyoko shed some tears, and they kissed to seal their eternal love. People from all over the world were deeply moved. Everybody wished their happiness. The ceremony was peacefully over. Mouse and Kyoko held a press conference. Reporters from all over the world asked questions one after another.
How do you feel now, Mrs. Kyoko?
I am extremely happy.
Mr. Mouse, is the old wedding ring something special in your relationship?
Mouse smiled.
That is a secret between us.
Mr. Mouse, when, where, and how did you propose to her?
The night I came back from the States, I took her to Tokyo Tower, and...
The blue Tokyo Tower that you painted?
Yes, I proposed to her at the top of Tokyo Tower.
What did you tell her?
Mouse was embarrassed. He did not say anything.
He said,
Kyoko answered instead.
I have become rich and famous. The only thing that I need now is you whom I love so much.
Everybody was hooting and hollering. Mouse turned red.
There's an emergency, everybody!
Suddenly, a journalist ran into the room.
A UFO has appeared over Tokyo right now! What?
Everybody was astounded.
We can still catch it! Hurry up!
All of a sudden, all the journalists, reporters, and camera people ran outside. In a second, everybody disappeared except for Mouse and Kyoko. Kyoko was stunned. She looked at Mouse. Mouse laughed.
It's okay.
What is it?
Thanks to the UFO, or whatever it is, we can finally spend time on our own. We should appreciate this coincidence. From now on, all I want is to live with you in peace.
Mouse held Kyoko's hand. That was what he really hoped for at that moment, as he didn't know at all that this UFO was going to change his life. Chapter 77, Japanese. Mouse and Kyoko went on honeymoon. They traveled all over the world. Meanwhile, the world was all concerned about the UFO. I saw the UFO too. The mysterious object, what on earth is it? NASA still keeps silent. Pictures of the UFO taken all over the world. However, Mouse did not show any interest. Mouse and Kyoko continued their pleasant honeymoon. They went to the desert in Africa. Kyoko was moved by the beautiful moon in the desert. Mouse had a hard time when he fell from a camel's back. They visited India. Kyoko was in love with the genuine curry and went to every restaurant. Mouse had a hard time again when he tried yoga exercises and strained his body. However, Mouse was still happy.
Where do you want to go next?
Mouse asked Kyoko.
Well,
Kyoko looked at the sky.
I want to travel into space with you.
Space?
Mouse was surprised.
That's impossible.
I was just kidding. I'm happy as long as you're with me.
Kyoko.
Mouse was moved. It was the height of happiness. Later on, they were in an airplane. The airplane was heading for the United States. Mouse decided to visit Mouseland as the last destination of their honeymoon. He wanted to see Mickey again. He also wanted to introduce Kyoko. Mouse looked outside the window. Newly constructed Mouseland was about to appear below.
王子、前方に地球の飛行物体です。
Suddenly, Mouse heard the voice.
Prince?
Mouse looked around with surprise.
What's wrong?
Kyoko asked.
Didn't someone speak Japanese just now?
Japanese? We're the only Japanese here.
It must have been my mistake.
Mouse laughed.
王子、どうしますか?
Again!
Mouse shouted.
There is someone around here.
Mouse looked around inside the airplane.
What is that?
A passenger shouted suddenly.
It is a UFO! A UFO is flying!
A UFO?
Mouse looked outside the window with surprise. It was nothing other than a UFO. There were many fleets of unidentified flying objects. The passengers were panicking.
Ladies and gentlemen, please calm down and fasten your seatbelts.
The stewardess was also disturbed.
What should we do, Captain?
A co-pilot shouted.
Cool down. There's an American Air Force base around here. We will be all right if we ask for help immediately.
The captain grabbed the radio.
Mouse, I'm scared.
Kyoko held on to Mouse. Mouse kept staring at the UFO.
The voice I heard was from...
Chapter 78. Escape.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The captain spoke on the microphone.
please calm down. More planes from our Air Force base are going to be here soon to help us.
Kyoko was frightened.
Mouse, what's going to happen to us?
Please, be quiet.
What?
Please, don't talk to me for a while.
Mouse was staring at the UFO. Kyoko was worried.
Mouse, what's wrong with you?
I heard the voice.
What?
I heard it for sure a while ago.
There is the Air Force!
Someone shouted. Mouse looked behind. 2 American warplanes were approaching.
王子、後ろ見てください。新たな地球の飛行物体です。
Mouse heard the voice again.
I was right.
Mouse was convinced.
There are people on the UFOs.
The warplanes approached the UFOs.
Shoot them!
A passenger shouted.
That's right. Shoot them down!
A pilot of the warplane grabbed the radio.
This is a warning. You must stay away from the civilian airplane immediately or we will be forced to attack you.
王子、地球人が何か言っています。初めて我々に話しかけてくれました。
This is a warning. Get away from it immediately.
王子、今何て言ったんでしょう。わからん。だが、おそらく我々に歓迎の挨拶をしているのだろう。
No, they are not!
Mouse shouted.
王子、我々はどうしましょう。よし、我々ももっと近づいて友好の意思表示をしよう。はい。
The UFO came closer to the airplane.
No!
Mouse shouted.
Don't come near us! Don't!
Ready to fire missiles!
The pilot aimed at one of the UFOs.
Escape! You must escape!
Shoot!
The missile hit one of the spaceships.
王子、大変です。仲間が一気やられました。なんだと？やっぱり地球人も野蛮なんだ。畜生、ナーチ星と同じだ。王子、我々も攻撃しましょう。ダメだ、何もするな。我々は戦うために地球に来たんじゃない。
What? They are not here to fight?
Mouse was surprised.
Ready to fire!
The pilot aimed at the UFOs again.
Escape! Right now!
Mouse said. However, the UFOs came even closer.
Damn! Why can't they hear my voice?
Mouse closed his eyes and wished in his heart for the first time.
Please, escape for now.
王子、今何か聞こえませんでした。ああ。今は逃げてくれとのことです。誰かは知らぬが、よし、ひとまずそうしよう。
Suddenly, the fleet of the UFOs disappeared at an incredible speed.
They heard my voice.
Mouse was amazed. Chapter 79. Secret. The airplane with Mouse and Kyoko on board made an emergency landing at the American Air Force Base. Every passenger was taken to a room in the basement.
What's going on?
Kyoko was worried. Mouse was thinking about something to himself. The door opened suddenly. A man in military uniform came in. The man was the chief commander of the base. He stood on the platform and took a microphone.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am sure that you were frightened by the accident. I am glad that there were no injuries. The UFOs you have witnessed today are the same objects that the media has been reporting. They are real spaceships from outside our planet.
I was right.
Someone shouted.
The UFOs actually existed.
People were agitated.
Everybody, please be quiet. This is very important. You are the first people who actually witnessed the UFOs as close as you did. If you talk about what you experienced in public, it could cause disorder in the world. For God's sake, please keep your mouth shut. This accident has to be kept secret.
People were agitated again.
I have a question.
Someone asked.
Do you know where they come from?
Unfortunately, we do not know that yet.
Then, what are you planning to do?
The UFOs tried to kill you or take you somewhere. Probably, they want to end human life on planet Earth. The American Air Force is going to attack them and destroy them as soon as we find them.
People seemed to be relieved.
That is wrong.
Mouse said suddenly.
Mouse!
Kyoko was surprised.
Who was that?
What you have just said was not right.
Mouse stood up.
They are not planning to destroy us.
Who on earth are you? I think I've seen your face before.
Suddenly, the chief commander remembered who he was.
You are Mr. Mouse.
People looked at Mouse all at once.
Yes, he is. He is Mr. Mouse.
He was on the same plane.
People were excited.
But Mr. Mouse, on what ground do you say that?
Because I...
Mouse looked at the passengers. Mouse thought he should not involve them any further.
Excuse me, but I need to meet the President of the United States. I will tell him everything.
Soon, Mouse was heading for the White House by himself. The president was waiting for him. Mouse explained everything to him. He said that he heard the spaceman's voice by telepathy. He understood their words as they were almost identical to the Japanese language. And it seemed that their purpose was not an invasion. The president listened to him in silence. And finally he stood up.
Mouse, I have great respect for you. I would like to believe your words. However, this is an extremely important matter which involves every human life on this planet. Right now, I am planning to hold an emergency summit here in the United States. Do you think you can prove your words in front of the world's leaders?
Prove?
Chapter 80, The Last Hope. Mouse sat in another room in the White House and kept thinking.
Prove? How can I prove?
Mouse looked outside the window. Cars were pulling in one after another. They were the leaders of every country in the world. He also saw helicopters flying over a mountain. Mouse looked at the mountain.
That's right.
An idea came to his mind.
I have no choice but to try.
Mouse went into the president's room again.
Mr. President, please look at the top of the mountain.
Mouse pointed at the mountain.
What is wrong with the mountain?
It seems that there is an open area at the top of the mountain.
Yes, there is.
Tonight, after people have gone to sleep, I will call the UFO there.
Are you serious?
Yes, I am.
So he said, but his voice was shaking. And the night came. In case of an emergency, they put all military units on alert. The world leaders gathered together. Mouse's wife, Kyoko, was there too. Right at that moment, every one of them was staring at Mouse. He was standing in the middle, looking at the sky in the night. He was scared and worried.
If they would not come.
Mouse pulled himself together. He closed his eyes and started wishing in his heart.
Please, please come to see me. I would like to talk to you. I am the only one on this planet who can listen to you. Please, please come here.
Mouse kept wishing desperately.
王子、またあの声です。分かっている。
In the spaceship far above planet Earth, Prince Haryude was thinking.
王子、どうしますか?
The prince kept silent.
これは罠だ。
A soldier said.
俺たちを呼び出して、まだ攻撃するつもりなんだ。そうだ、もう地球人は信用できない。そうだ、もう 王子、どうか我々に指示をください。
The prince kept silent with his eyes closed. Mouse kept wishing.
Please, believe me. I would like to help you.
2 hours passed. 3 hours passed. However, the UFO did not appear.
The sun is about to rise.
An aide to the president said.
We have to leave before long. Otherwise, people in the city will see us.
The president looked at the world leaders. They shook their heads in disappointment.
Mouse,
The president said.
it is high time.
Mouse was sad. Tears ran down his cheeks. Yet he kept wishing.
Please, come right now. We don't have time. Please, trust me. I am...
Mouse cried.
I am your friend.
Suddenly, Prince Haryude opened his eyes.
下降せよ。
The soldiers were surprised.
王子、本気ですか？直ちに下降せよ。
All of a sudden, the sky brightened up.
Oh!
Everybody stood up and looked at the sky. There were numerous spaceships. They came closer to the mountain. Mouse opened his eyes slowly. He was very happy. He could not stop crying.
Here I am. A little more. Come to me. Shoot!
An American commander shouted suddenly. The American military shot missiles at random towards the spaceships.
Stop!
Mouse shouted.
Why? Why do you shoot them?
Mouse ran towards the president.
Why? Why do you do this?
Mr. Mouse, this is the only choice we have in order to protect our planet. The world leaders have already agreed to it.
But that is not what I called them for.
The missiles hit the spaceships one after another.
王子、やっぱり罠です。失礼させていただきました。王子、我々にも攻撃の許可を。
However, the prince kept silent.
Please, please stop!
Mouse cried.
They are not our enemies! Please, please stop it!
Suddenly, Mouse ran towards the missile launcher.
Mouse, it's dangerous!
Kyoko shouted. Mouse held on to the missile launcher. At that moment, a missile was discharged.
Ah!
Mouse's right arm flew into the sky with the missile.